Ghost Recon Breakpoint has been out for almost a year now, I guess. And even though it was met with harsh and fair criticism when it launched, Ubisoft seems to be doing their new thing now where a game launches, doesn't do so well, and they just continue to update it or release updates that probably could have been in the game in the beginning. My dog is getting a drink of water. And release it later on, and it makes the game better. I'm referring to the immersion update. No fucking clue what my dog is doing. Anyway, I'm referring to the immersion update that came out probably, I want to say it was a couple months ago. It changed the game in a few ways where it wasn't about loot didn't matter anymore, or I should say the loot drop number or the color, which is the thing that they took from, I want to say, the Division and put it into this. So the Division and the Division 2 were all about, what color is, or like, what color drop is this? Is it purple? Is it gold? What's the number on the weapon? Is it better than the one that I have now? Which was fine, except even though I enjoyed the Division 2 a decent amount, actually, I didn't like the fact that I just kept getting weapons that I didn't care about or that I didn't use. I would get, submachine guns or like light machine guns, which I never used. And even which were better than the weapon that I had then, but I wasn't going to use them, so I didn't care. What they have done, and that's how, let me go back, that's how not Wildlands, fucking Breakpoint started. It was all about the loot number, is this one better than the one that you have now, sort of thing. And that completely, the immersion update removes that. The immersion update allows you to basically, like, it will completely remove the loot drop number, which personally I love. Now, the thing that I think this game does really well is it still gives you a bunch of toggles for options. So you can play in immersion mode, but have loot matter still. Another thing that it does is it basically takes away the objective off of your HUD if you don't want it on there. You can do it or have it set so if you are looking at a map and your objective is in this location, instead of it just automatically pinpointing, hey, this is where you're supposed to go, it'll give you objectives, or clues, I guess. So later on in this video, I have to go to a lighthouse, and it says it's in the northeast corner past this lake. And it's a lighthouse, so you know it's going to be by water. So it was pretty easy to find, and it didn't, spell it out right away, which I enjoyed. Now, I'm not far into this at all, so I couldn't really tell you how much of a game changer that is. Also, I have not played, besides the demo, Breakpoint when it released, which I want to say they still call realistic mode, which you can still play. When you boot up the game the first time, it gives you the options of how you want to play, and you can change it on the fly. So it's not a big deal. It's very customizable, which I really enjoy. The other thing that I really enjoy is headshots are one-shot kills. Obviously, that'll change, if the enemy has armor on or, whatever. But unlike the Division 2, where if you shot them in the head, even if they didn't have armor on, it wasn't always a one-shot kill. It is in this. So that's another thing that I really like. It has a crafting system and what appears to be like a stamina and I don't want to, and like a food system, maybe. You, like I said, I'm not that far into it, but you collect food, and like there was a point where I was doing this mission and I was just running, and I was constantly like losing my stamina, and my teammate was like, "Hey, drink water," and so I drank out of my canteen, and it seemed to help. You can choose to play this completely solo, or you can choose to bring AI teammates if you don't have friends to play with. The AI teammates seem to be fine. It reminded me a lot of Wildlands, where you could sync up your shots and be like, okay, you take this person and then you shoot the person you want to shoot, and they'll shoot the person they're supposed to. I'm not 100% sure how intuitive they are. The other thing that immersive mode does, and again, you can easily take it off, which will take some time to get used to, I think, is it does not show enemies. You can mark them and then it'll show them, but if you are just like walking by, it will not show them until they have spotted you. Then what will happen is it'll show you the indicator of, hey, they're looking at you in this direction. So I think the immersion mode, to be honest, it's probably the way to play this game. I played Wildlands. I didn't play, I think I probably put like 10 hours in it, and it was alright. I enjoyed it. I kind of felt that, I don't know, it just kind of became repetitive. I'm not going to say that this game won't be, but I think this game falls into the same boat of, if you want to play this game, play it with friends. Or maybe I don't know. I don't want to recommend it and say, just get it for yourself to try out the story, because, it's a Ubisoft game. More than likely, the story is not going to be what pulls people into this. Like, the Division 2 story, I didn't care about. But the game was just fun enough to keep playing. I haven't played the newest update, but it just takes you back to New York City. But all in all, I think if you have friends who want to play this, or maybe you're thinking about playing it and you're like, you have a buddy who maybe would play it with you, I think you'd have a good time. The vehicles they seem pretty good. I ran across a Jeep with a turret on the back, a dirt bike, helicopter. They seem to be, I imagine there's probably boats. They seem to be, the driving in it seems to handle pretty well. But I can imagine, just fucking shit up with friends and having like a fun time. You kind of get to have create a character in the beginning, but it's so basic. But again, it's a Ubisoft game. That's not really what they, really focus on. But I want the story to at least be somewhat entertaining. But I can't tell you one way or another if it is. I've only done a couple missions. It seems to have, your typical HUD area or your HUD base location where you go here to, get some quests and repair weapons and stuff like that. The only other thing that I would probably say is, right now on the PlayStation Store, and I'm probably going to assume it's probably the same on the Xbox Store, the game's $60. If you really want to try it out and you have a PC that'll run it, the only reason I'm trying it is because I had a free trial for Uplay Plus. So I signed up for Uplay Plus and tried it on the PC, and that's how I'm playing it now. I would not spend $60 on this game. I also probably, I don't know, it's probably about maybe a $30 to $40 game, depending on if you have a friend who wants to play it with you as well. Otherwise, I'd wait for it to go down even more. I can't imagine it won't be, it's been out for almost a year, and it has actual multiplayer in it as well, not just this, but you play against other people, and I have no idea what that is. I didn't touch the multiplayer in Wildlands. I barely touched the PvP stuff in the Division and Division 2, so I can't speak on it. If that interests you and you look it up and you're like, oh yeah, I want to play that, then maybe that adds a little bit more dollars to what you're willing to spend on the game. Visually and It runs well on my PC, and I don't have a high-powered machine. I have a 970 for a graphics card, and it runs pretty well. I can't tell you how it runs on the consoles because I haven't tried it. If anything, though, it's probably going to make your PlayStation sound like a fucking jet taking off, because like it seems to make every game now seems to make my PlayStation want to sound like a jet, especially Call of Duty. But just from the immersion mode alone, I think this game is worth at least checking out if you're into a tactical military shooter. Like I said, this isn't going to be like The Division where, the enemies are bullet sponges. At least they kind of haven't been in the beginning. I imagine once you come across enemies with more armor, it's probably going to change. But at least in the beginning, they don't seem to be too bad. It's got some menus where, you can customize your weapons with paint jobs and stuff like that. I haven't fully fleshed that system out. You can obviously purchase parts. Money does not seem to be an issue in this. You start off with like $4,000, I think, something like that. You start off with a decent amount. So I haven't really experienced anything where, I'm out of money, and obviously in the beginning I can't afford the most expensive thing because it's the beginning. The only thing that I kind of wish this game did is it seems to have aspects of a survival game where it's like it has, you got to drink water, you have to watch your stamina, all that stuff. I kind of wish they just went full blown into survival. I wish it was, okay, you have to manage these meters, and I also kind of wish the map didn't unlock until you explored that area. Obviously, you're a ghost, part of the ghost team, so you have satellite imagery and stuff, but I kind of wish it would just, set it up to where, like, oh, you lose the map, and you have to explore that part of the world to unlock that map, or something like that. But, like, they have a little bit of survival elements in it, but they did not go full-blown. But I kind of wish they did with Breakpoint, and then would just leave Wildlands like Wildlands is. Like, I feel like Breakpoint was supposed to be Wildlands too, and they just decided to call it something else. So you could have had 2 to 3 separate games there, and then still had The Division, because The Division also isn't full survival, it's just a loot game. But yeah, if you're thinking of checking this out or whatever, this is a couple of months after that immersion update came out or whatever. I wouldn't go full price for it, but if you have friends that want to play it, or you want to play it with them, I think you could have a really good time. Don't worry about the story too much, and just have fun tackling missions and being like, okay, you do this and then you do this, and we'll tackle it this way, and hit them from all sides or whatever, and you could set up your own thing. So I think that could be a good time. But yeah, I'll leave it here, and I'll let the video run. The rest of the video will just be gameplay and a couple of missions I did, so if you want to stick around and check that out. And hopefully that'll, help you get a better understanding of what the game is, and if you want to check it out or not. But yeah, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching.
Hit. Hostile identified. Over there.
Moving to position. Target locked. Excellent work.
located a bad guy over there.
Maneuvering now, boss.
Moving in. Target, we're set.
That's it. All clear here. On your toes. I got hostiles nearby.
We're in the clear. There's no way. We can't get there.
I need you to set in over there.
Cool. En route.
don't hurt us. Please.
I'm not gonna hurt anyone. Mad Schultz sent me. You don't look like homesteaders.
Well, I work for Skeltech. Mads is a friend. When Sentinel started arresting people, he helped us out. Why did he send you?
My chopper got to this island from a Navy ship just a few dozen clicks off this coast. I can get these boats back to that ship, and I can come back here with help.
Well, certainly sounds better than taking a boat all the way to Auckland.
What happened to your chopper?
I'm still working that out.
You leave it someplace?
Yeah. Maurice Fox. This is my daughter, Harmony.
It's nice to meet you. Call me Nomad.
You know, we met another soldier. He said his name was, Hill.
Josiah Hill? Is he here?
No, he helped us get around some of Sentinel's men, but he was injured. Well, not badly. We left him at this, fishing building area thing.
I actually think I know what you're talking about. I'll pick him up after I get back. Shit, more bad guys. Everyone take cover!
On alert. We got bad guys close by.
Got one. Over there. Last one.
Get him!
Lit one of them up.
Light him up!
Shotgun hit.
He's down! Smoked him!
What the hell was that?
Give me a minute. My God. Those people. It must be a new security program. Holy flying cow. My guess is nothing could come to or leave this island as long as it's on.
That must be what brought down my chopper.
I want to go home.
Me too, kiddo.
Listen. You have to get these people, and you have to get out of here.
What?
No one is coming to save you, and there's no ambulance on the way. You have to run. You have to get to Erewhon.
Okay, yes, yeah. Are you coming with us?
I'm gonna find my friend Hill. That fishing villa you left him at was a fallback point. There may be other soldiers.
Good luck.